So, hello fellow coin collectors, how you going today? And this is Glenn, back with another video, and today we're going to have a look at the coins of the Northern Song. So the Northern Song was a dynasty that reigned since 962, oh gee, I have to look this up, 1279, so that's 319 years. That's pretty much one of the maximum ages of the reign of a Chinese dynasty. The Zhou period pretty much reigned about, how much did that reign? Probably about 800, but that for most of that period, that was pretty much a divided country. Eventually they were overthrown. But this period is, let's have a look at a map, and you can have a look at see the state of China at this time period. So here we have a map of China during the Song dynasty. So this is the Northern Song, because it actually is divided into two dynasties. For the last 100 years, pretty much the northern half of China was taken over by the Jurchens, or the Jia dynasty, and the Jia and Xia. It's a bit hard to say actually. So here we have all of China in pink. We have the Vietnamese down here, early with the Dai, Tibetans, who pretty much, they inhabit this area pretty much still. So the autonomous region, Tibet's over here, Sichuan's here, Yunnan. Or maybe that's Sichuan, that's Yunnan. Get a bit confused actually. Then we have the Uyghur over here. Although at this period they probably were just migrating to this area. They're Turkic tribe, so related to Turkish. Then we have the Goryeo, so these are the earlier Koreans. And this is the Jurchens, earlier tribe related to the Manchus, I believe, and the Mongolians. So the capital at first was Kaifeng for most of the period. Then they actually moved to Nanjing, and then I moved to Linnan, or modern Hangzhou, somewhere around here. Well, might be this one, Han, but I'm not too sure. And all these city names have actually changed because they were using Middle Chinese. So Middle Chinese is probably closer to related to Cantonese that I've read than actual Mandarin. So Mandarin has actually changed quite a lot over the last 1,000 years. So if you've learned anything about linguistics, there's actually a lot of good linguistic channels on YouTube. You'll find that languages change, a lot of them change quite a bit over a 1,000-year period. Like English, Old English is just totally unrelated to modern English. It's pretty much something that we just won't understand. And the same with Chinese. You've got Old Chinese, Middle Chinese, and Modern Chinese, which are pretty much totally unrelated. Or they are related, but phonetically they're quite divergent and they've evolved quite a lot. So when we are talking about these Chinese coins, we are actually reading them in Mandarin. We're not reading them in Middle Chinese or Cantonese or any other language. Just modern Mandarin, because that's how numismatic evolution of these coin categories has actually evolved. So the earliest coin I got is from Zhaoshang. So he reigned from 22 to 63, so that's nearly 1,000 years ago. And this is a Jingyu Yunbao. So Yunbao. And with these coins, you can read them from top, bottom, left, right, or 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's the case here. So his reign title is actually here. And if we look at another coin, this one actually has Tongbao. So this one you actually have to read from top to bottom. And these two coins are actually from the same emperor, but they have a different reign title. So this one has Huangsong, and this one has Jingyu. So it actually gets confusing, and you'd actually probably think it is a different emperor, but no, they're the same emperors. And I've read some about it, but I'm a bit confused on why they actually changed the reign titles. Maybe it was something to do with the horoscope, I would say, more likely. Because a lot of, like in the Qin Dynasty, they actually didn't change the reign title, so I would say that's most likely something to do with that. And this one's actually corroded and started to peel off. It's actually not bad. On the back, we usually have nothing. So that's pretty normal. These coins are the same style as the Tang Dynasty coins, which they took over. The weight of the cash coins from the Tang Dynasty up until the 1920s was about 3.5 grams, so they pretty much were the same. It's the longest period of a standardized coin in history, and these coins you could have probably got them in the early 1900s or in the 1800s. These probably, a few of them probably still circulated. And here we have another emperor. So these are the ones, Shenzhen. That's his actual, one of his names anyway. So, and we have 2 reign titles. So this one's got Yun Feng. So we've got Yun Feng Tongbao. And this one has Qi Ning. So Qi Ning. Yun Bao. So we've got Tong Bao and Yun Bao. So that's the difference. Actually, no, that's the Tong Bao there. So that's a difference in the reign name, but also a difference in the name of the currency as well. So it does get a bit confusing. And another confusing thing is that this one could also have Tong Bao instead of Yun Bao. This one could have Yun Bao instead of Tong Bao. So with just these 2 reign names, you can get 4 different types of coins, and then you got different mints, which have different styles. And as you can see, that one's actually quite nice. And then we have these 2, they're pretty much the same, except this one's quite worn. So the population of China at this time period is about 90 million. So 90 million people, it would have been a hell of a lot of these cash coins minted. So that's why they're actually quite cheap. You can pick these up for about $2, I would say. Not very expensive. If you're paying more than, I would say, $4 or $5 per coin, you're pretty much overpaying for it in this condition. Uncirculated one, you're probably closer to like $10 to $20 for a good, better grade. But pretty much people over China, because China is pretty much developing very quickly, now they dig up thousands of these coins at one time. Not from only the Northern Song Dynasty, but also from the different periods as well. And another thing I would say is that if you get a coin that is Tongbao, it's either from the period 960 to 989, and from the period 1008. So in between 990 and 1007, they actually only used Yun Bao. And after that period, they actually used both inscriptions. And there actually is another inscription, Chung Pao, which I don't actually have an example here. And that was issued in 41 to the end of the reign period. So here is another coin, Northern Song. So this one is by Qi Tsung, and this one's name Yuan Yu. So Yuan Yu. And this looks like it's in the actual seal script. So seal script is actually more curvy. The orthodox script is pretty much square type script. So it does have curves, but they're actually very tight curves. So this one actually has a lot of wavy patterns. So this one actually looks like seal script. And this one definitely is the actual seal script, because as you can see, it's got a lot of curves on it. And this one is Cheng Ho. So this is actually the last coin I have from the Northern Song. So I do have some coins from the Southern Song, but not that many. So this one's from Hoi Tsung. He reigned from 1101 to 1125, and between 1111 and 1117 he actually was titled Cheng Ho. And as you can see, this one actually has, it's a little bit bluish color actually. It's one of my favorite Chinese cash coins, and you see that it actually has like a star-like figure instead of a square. So maybe I need to look that up, because there's something going on there, and it's actually, some people have actually written about it. And basically these are not very expensive for the yuan cash, but if you get an iron coin, so it's a bit hard to actually tell when they're in this condition if they're iron or bronze. The iron coins are actually a bit more expensive. They weren't as popular as a bronze coin. And you also can get multiples, so you can get coins actually heavier, pretty much 7 grams for a 2 cash, about 10-11 grams for a 3 cash. But sometimes I actually tried to make a fiddly coin, so like a 7 grams for a 10 cash coin actually made. And later on that was devalued to a 2 cash, but that was made during times of distress, and also to raise revenue for a war effort, if there was one at the time. And those ones are actually quite expensive, probably about $30 or $40 in this condition, because a lot of them were actually demonetized after the emergency period, or they just didn't bother actually issuing them after, so they just went back to the cash period. So I hope you enjoyed your presentation, and let me know what you think about Chinese cash coins. They're actually quite a nice series, I think. And thank you very much for watching. I'll leave a link down below to Chinese cash on eBay. It's an affiliate link. And please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel. Have an awesome coin collecting time. Thank you, and bye bye.